Okay, everybody, I just want to start off with this. It's days like today that make me freaking sweat. I don't know if in a good way or a bad way, but we have so much to talk about. Yeah, we made history today. Hold that thought for a moment. Post market wrap up on this Wednesday, status post Fed day, um, December 13th, 2023. So today, for the first time ever, the Dow Jones Industrial Average broke above we just set a new record high for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. This market just ripped higher, and that's all well and good. Look, first of all, let me say this. I've been called every name under the sun from people here, and permeable seems to be the new one as of late. I'm not a perma anything. All right, let me just start off with that. Did you and I call this? Absolutely. Did you and I also call the fact that we were going to see rates crater? Did you see the 10-year yield today? We almost got a three handle. Almost a three handle. I said weeks ago, we're going to break below 4% on the 10-year yield. Did you watch the dollar today? I mean, falling to the freaking floor. And this was enough to push stocks higher pretty much across the board. New record highs. Imagine my shock. Imagine your shock. Let's also put this together as well. Something that we have covered to the point of I want to throw freaking up over it. Again, here's the fact in case you don't know what it is. Here's the facts for you. Right now, what's happening here is the biggest wealth transfer in the history of the world is underway, getting sucked right out of the middle class, being pushed right up to the 1% and 2%ers, who are the key people who own most of this freaking stock market. You do realize that right now, as we all know, you and I, these big fat cats on Wall Street, these corporate CEOs, all of them, their year-end bonus is based on their share price at the end of the year. Oh, they're all smiling today. Multi-million-dollar bonuses here while the economy continues to crater at its fastest pace ever, and it's not done. What really helped drive this market today was what came out of the puke's mouth. Puke. Who am I referring to here? Yellowstone thing. Oh, you have no idea. I can't even verbalize it. So Powell said this. Are you ready for this? Is the statement that moved the market, and it was perfect. Are you ready to hear it? Powell, puke. We, meaning the Federal Reserve, will need to reduce restriction on the economy. What is he saying? Read between the lines. Well before the Federal Reserve hits its 2% target on inflation. He's talking about cutting rates. People, I might not get everything right, and that's a fact. My call on crude oil to the end of the year has been way off. All right, I did not expect contango, wango, tango, and all this other nonsense here. That's a fact. But my call on this market for this year has been spot on. Record highs, and we ain't seen nothing. If you think we're done now with regard to this market, after watching this action, after hearing statements like this here, we will need to reduce restriction on the economy. What is he talking about? You got to understand the language here. And market, bang! Look, that's all this market cares about. There again, if you're new here, I have a little bit of information for you that you might want to freaking know. You know what it is. I'm going to tell you. There's no connection at all between this economy and the markets. The markets around the world are going higher the worse off the economy gets. And the economy, it's over. Let me just, here's another piece of information that you might want to know. Retail store closures this year are skyrocketing. They're expected to get worse moving forward. This is a destruction. This is a controlled demolition, a deliberate elimination of an entire class of people around the world, a neo-feudal system on a scale that is we've never seen before in the history of the world. This is the new system, and you all know that here. So retail store closures skyrocketing. Nice piece of news. Now here's something else. Before I get to that, I want to read this to you. So just in case you were just maybe thinking about how much we are paying with regard to the interest on the national debt, How about here? Last month, this is a piece of news that you need to know. Interest payment alone on the national debt exceeded $25 billion. Isn't that just freaking beautiful? Now, let's see, that interest here, who makes the interest? Where does it come from? It comes from nothing. The Federal Reserve just poofs, make it out of thin air. It's an incredible situation here, people. We are being ruled and controlled by the most disgusting enemy against the people of this world in history. But Elizabeth Warren, she's chosen to fight cryptocurrencies. That's where the real fight is. It's not against this freaking Federal Reserve. Let me explain this to you in case you don't know. Maybe you don't know. Again, I've already explained this to you. We've discussed this repeatedly. If you believe for a nanosecond, I mean a fraction of a nanosecond, that the Federal Reserve is not done inflating, buying it all, along with other central banks, you are so far off the mark, you have no idea. And this is not only massively inflationary, but it's going to push the stock market even higher. Let me explain this to you. Okay, look. Again, we are in the middle of the biggest wealth transfer in the history of the world. Who owns most of the market? The 1% and 2%ers. And they're the ones that are getting stinking wealthy off of this freaking freak show. And they're going to be the first ones to get out too. You know that, right? Well, everybody else gets stuck holding the bag because this thing is not going to go on forever. Okay, so I am not a perma bull. I mean, look, I read the comments. And you can call me anything you want. All right. I get that. But I am definitely not a perma anything. I just look at the current conditions here. Look, you and we have called this pretty much dead on for the longest time. Suppressed rates. And with regard to suppressed rates, people, I'm telling you right here and right now, with this, do you realize that just 2 days ago, the 10-year yield was 4.27? What are we at now? Just about 4? That is an enormous drop. And we're not done. We're dropping below 4%. The Mannarino Market Risk Indicator, MMRI, on the back of, I don't even know what it is. Could someone let me know what the MMRI is, please? We watched, again, bond yields crater. We watched the dollar fall through the freaking floor. The MMRI had to drop. Where are we, people? Yes, I'm about to vapor lock. You're right. So I don't know. The MMRI's got to be, I don't know, if I had to guess, maybe 260. It's 257. Joe, go. Thank you. Is the MMRI at it's 256.8? We are going below, and we outlined this too from weeks ago, below 250 on the MMRI. We're going way lower, in case you don't know. Again, this is exactly what the market wants to see. What it said today, Powell, was so well thought out and well scripted. You watch the reaction of the market. I mean, we just got a new record high. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think we were going to get a new record high this year. I thought we were going to see a new record high, like more likely January or so. Jeffrey, thank you. Yeah, I got to calm down a little bit. You don't understand what happens to me. My head starts to freaking hurt. It's absolutely nuts. Anyway, look, not only, I want you to, let's look at some other dynamics here, okay, while we are studying this freak show of a stock market that's going to go much, much higher, much, much higher, okay? I bought more of this market today for all of you that, you all know that. I told all of you what I was going to do before I did it, all right? I said, whatever comes out of its mouth, I'm buying more of this market. If this market would have sold off today, I was buying. If this market went up today like it did, I bought before the announcement. How's that? This morning at like 9:32, right as soon as the bell opened, I bought more of this market. I went longer, and I intend to get even longer than that, as long as they keep rates suppressed. And if you can just envision for a second, let's just think what central banks are going to do as the economy gets flushed down the toilet, okay? Like so many turds every day, okay? That's the economy. It's a stinking turd as the market here is shining like a beacon, new record high. It's not going to stop. The mechanism here is very easy. It's more easy money. It's more suppressed rates from here to kingdom come, whenever that may be, but that's where we're going. With regard to other assets, did you see gold? Did you see silver today? Silver 4.5% higher. Cryptocurrencies higher across the board. Crude oil got a bit higher. I mean, it's an incredible thing. And watching the dollar falling nearly a percentage point with regard to the Dixie, epic. Anyway, what I was going to say is, so Janet Yellen today, a couple of other things I want to talk to you about. So Janet Yellen was forced to admit this, that the cost of living is becoming a concern. She's saying she was forced to admit that the cost of living is now a concern for many Americans, but yet she refuses to see with her. I don't see a recession. No, people can't make ends meet. They're borrowing behind their eyeballs. They're defaulting on their debt, more so than we've ever seen. Small businesses are being erased, but I don't see a recession. Maybe she's talking about for the rich people. See, because the rich people are going to be so much more wealthier than they are now because of this mechanism. That's what she's talking about. That's why she doesn't see it. You have to understand, she's a multi-millionaire herself. So she doesn't see anything. You understand? No accountability, people. No accountability. I'm telling you, I'm going to freaking vapor lock out here. I tell you, man, it just makes me want to freaking freak out. Anyway, look, yeah. I'm not even going to talk about that. I think we've covered everything that I really do want to talk about today before I blow a gasket here. Anyway, no surprises here to anyone that follows this blog. People, look, I really mean this. There's nobody who's more on top of this than you and I. We have been so far ahead of the curve on all this. It's just unbelievable. And that's my goal. That's my job. Really, that's all I think about is keeping myself, obviously, as far ahead of the curve as I possibly can get. And that means all of you are coming along with me. That's a fact. Clever Custom Performance. Thank you. I'll never let any of you down. I know that we got each other's backs upside down, backwards, and sideways. That's the way it's going to go. Anyway, I'm not on any blood pressure pills, man. You're looking at a guy who doesn't pump. Someone said I should take blood pressure medication. I don't take anything, man. I don't take any medications at all. I try to maintain my health by, I guess, trying to not get so freaking stressed out. Joe, thank you, man. Man, all of us, bro. Not Joe, not just me, Joe. It's all of us. We're all ahead of the curve. V-Dog, thank you. We're a team here. Let me explain this to you. I learn from all of you. I do read through the comments. I may not write back, but I read through the comments, the emails. If I don't look, there's no way on this earth or off this earth I can answer all my emails and stuff that I get. It's impossible. So if you write to me and I don't write back to you, I do apologize. But I go through these things and I learn so much from all of you. You're so much smarter than I am. Trust me on this. I'm not such a. I am not bad at trying to discern what is going to be the most likely outcome. I am never, ever, ever going to be right 100% of the time. It's an impossibility to do that. There's so many dynamics. Justin, thank you, bro. There's so many dynamics in play. When you look at this thing, my head sometimes wants to explode. Like, you have to understand. Let me tell you about Greg Mannarino's day. Okay, my day really, it starts way before the market. And never ends. All right, it goes on. And I try to assimilate every piece of data that I can find. I am constantly looking for this stuff. I am constantly doing research on this. I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today, Paul, and he's like, Greg, you look really tired, and maybe you need a break. And it's true in many ways. I'm relentless. I can't stop. And again, a lot of it is because I feel a responsibility to all of you. That's the truth. Because if I'm not out here talking about things that are actionable, what good is this? Honestly, think about it. Anyone can sit here and just blab about nonsense, okay? But if I'm not able to sit here and give you actionable information before it happens, then what good am I? It's really the truth. Tyler, thank you. Absolutely. Same to you, bro. Anyway, people, look, will someone get this idiot out of here with this CUM thing? What is this? I like to tell you, these people are unbelievable. Anyway, I'll do it myself here. Let me see if I can do this. I can't stand these people. I really, really can't stand it. Yeah. Anyway, these people have nothing better to do, right? Look, whatever. Exactly, Bambooth. I'm on the same page as you with that. Anyway, people, look. What else is there to say? We're in the right spots here. All right. They're going to continue to inflate beyond our wildest imaginations, and I'm telling you, right here and right now. Forget about past 2024. 2024 to me, gauging from what I see, what I study, which is around the clock every day. This year coming is going to be epic with regard to what central banks have in store for all of us here. Be ready for anything. Lucas Roth, thank you. Thank you so much. Be ready for whatever. Look, they're not going to stop inflating. What is their goal? To own it all, to be the lenders and buyers of the last resort, to pump this thing into oblivion only to eventually bring this down so fast that, again, most people, as they always are going to get caught on the wrong side of this, going to be sitting there with not wondering in a state of bewilderment. What happened? Oh my goodness, I was a millionaire on paper. Now I'm completely broke. It's always the same thing. It's always the same thing. But this is like nothing that we've ever seen before in the history of the world. The deliberate demolition of the economy, which is going on by central banks around the world who are working together to do this, to foster a new system to erase an entire class of people, I'm going to say it again, all right? You know, some of you aren't going to like what I'm about to tell you, but I'm going to say it anyway. To vastly reduce the population of the world. This is where we're going here. We're going to end up into a resource problem. And that resource problem is going to cause pandemonium in the streets. I was talking to my friend Jimmy LaRocca, your friend and mine, okay, the drag racer himself. Yeah, we were talking about this today. And I don't know if you hear Jimmy, but I really appreciate you, bro. We know each other for a long damn time. Lord Humongous, dude! How are you, bro? I missed you. Anyway, bro, everybody, look, I would hope not cannibalism, but I can tell you there's going to be, if this unfolds, let me just, look, I don't know. I could go on and on and on and on about all this here. But if this unfolds in a worst case scenario, again, look, I can't imagine a way it's not going to. This debt market is a time bomb, and it's being fueled. The illusion of liquidity here. Again, this is an illusion here. Liquidity is drying up all over the place. But the fact is the Fed's buying it all. They're buying all the debt. Who's buying all this? It's the Fed. They're buying it all because that's what they want to do. And by buying and buying and buying, again, the Fed has no magical powers. They can't just say they're going to do this, that, or the other thing with rates. If they're going to say they're going to keep rates at X, Y, Z, they have to make it happen by getting into the market. Most people have no idea of that. They think that the Fed can just say something and by decree it happens. No, they have to create this cash out of nothing and buy and buy and buy, and that suppresses the rates here. Imagine if we had a real market. If it was the market that was allowed to set fair value. Could you imagine that? Of course it's not. That's why and I get it, why all of you, most of you here, don't trust it. I can trust the fact that they're going to prop this up from here until they stop. And until that time, see, here's the difference between me and a lot of people. And I get this, people believe. I have the ability to get in and out of this market in a nanosecond, like this, boom, 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 in the blink of an eye. All right. I get it. I watch risk in this market more so. Great. The Dow Jones Industrial Average hit an all-time high. We broke a record high where history has been made. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I'm watching risk here. Okay. I'm watching the 10-year yield. I'm watching the dollar here. And better yet, I'm watching my own freaking indicator, the MMRI. There's nothing like the MMRI. I know there are other ones out there that, purport to do a similar thing, but I think the MMRI, the way I created it, the original, is the best. It measures risk here in real time, and it's free to everybody on this planet Earth who wants to use it. Again, link in the description of this video, and I hope you utilize that because that's the key. Risk is the key here. Risk is going to drop. Remember, we broke over 300. I said they weren't done. They're not done. They're not done now. Okay, of course. The bigwig CEOs, they're smiling today. They're all going to get their multi-million-dollar bonuses. And you and I knew that too because we called it up before it happened. I tell you, people, man, it's crazy. All right, look, I'm gonna end this video here. But before I do that, is there anything you guys and girls want to cover specifically? Again, I want to thank all of you. We're doing really good here with these thumbs up. And I can't overstress to you how important those are. Those thumbs up get the video seen. The algorithms pick it up. If you got something out of these videos, this video or the videos that I do, please give them a thumbs up. Allow the algorithms to pick. Because look, where are people going to get this information here? I don't think they're going to get it. There may be some other guy out here or girl that studies the market like I do, but it's an obsession to me. It's become a freaking obsession, and it's going to be the death of me. There's no doubt about it. Anyway, uh, anyway, what can I tell you, people? Who writes Powell's scripts? That's a really good question, bro. I can tell you this. It's all well thought of in advance here. When they sit down there, those that dwell in the halls of the Federal Reserve, and they think about how they want to relay their message to all of us here. First of all, you have to learn to read between the lines. And I'm going to give you a classic example yet again. When he said, we will need to reduce restriction on the economy, he can't say, oh, we're going to be cutting rates moving forward. But that's what he said. All right. And it's a statement like this is what pushed the Dow Jones, pushed the market to record highs today. You got to learn to read. This would probably fly under the radar of most people, but not me and not you. Because I know if you were listening to this, then you got it too. And that's what I've been saying. I've been saying that's what they're going to do. We're going to get, I do not believe. All right, let me just say this right now. They're done raising rates. It's not if the Federal Reserve raises rates again, I will not believe it. I'm not saying ever in history. I'm saying for the foreseeable future, they will not be raising rates. They're going to be looking for reasons, and they're going to make them up as well to cut rates because they already got the economy. The economy's done. It's dead. It's buried. The consumer dead, and they're putting more dirt on them as well. But the 1% and 2%ers, okay, they're not done transferring the wealth here. The wealth must be transferred. And the biggest wealth transfer, right now this is happening, and it's pretty profound. Again, the 1% and 2%ers here owning most of the market. But the biggest transfer of wealth is going to occur when the market collapses. The stock market will eventually meet reality at one point. There's no sense of reality at all. You all know that. And I mean zero. Nothing matters anymore. It's all what this market right now is getting off on, if you get my drift, okay, is the fact that there's going to be a lot more easy money pumped into it. And do you have any doubt that I am? How many of you think I'm wrong? How many of you believe that I am wrong with regard to how the Federal Reserve is going to play this? I think I've nailed it to the freaking wall here. This year, how many people were calling for crashes this year? And I said, no. I said, this market's going to go up and up and up again. It's been one heck of a year for this market. It's going up. Well, it's going higher from here, much higher from here. Anyway, people, look, I'm preaching to the choir. Most of you get it. Yes, it's true, Henry. You're 100% right. They've turned the consumers into zombies, and it's a sad thing. People cannot make ends meet. They're tapping now. Look, how you can tell that people are in a lot of trouble is they're now tapping into whatever equity they have in their house just to make ends meet. Not only are they swiping those credit cards and they can't even pay them back with default skyrocketing across the board. This is a phenomenon that you and I said would happen from years ago. Prime members of the middle class trying to claw themselves higher to maintain the illusion of a middle-class existence by borrowing. And all they're doing is assuring themselves that they're making them slaves to the system. And that's the biggest theme moving forward to 24. More dependency on the system. They're going to make people more dependent on the current system, more so than ever before, more slaves to the system, marching these people straight to the slaughter. So then when they pull the plug on this, these same people who have been dependent on the system are going to beg for help. And they're going to get it in the form of a new tokenized digital system, and they're willing to sacrifice anything, their liberties, their freedoms, whatever it might be, and they will willingly give it up. Because that's what's being set up here by this private institution that is no more federal than Federal Express, who runs the freaking world. Somebody here tell me again, how can we be free if we live under the rulership of central banks who dictate our lives to us via monetary policy? They control the economy, people. You know that. They control the financial system. They control the markets. Everything. I wish someone can explain that to me, because I guess it's above my pay grade. All right, people, look, the Fed is dead. Harry, you have no idea what you're talking about. The Fed is the most powerful organization the world has ever known by exponents, and they have a stranglehold on the world, collectively, central banks. They dictate everything, and they control everything. John, thank you. Thank you, bro, so much here, people. Anyway, we got, you know what, people, look, I've been telling you for years that we need a revolution here, but it's against these central banks. If we can't have any sense of real freedom if we don't have a monetary system that's not debt based but wealth based, and we're never going to have that. They'll never allow it. They'll kill they will wipe out half the world's population, believe me on this one, before they will allow that to happen. And maybe what some of you don't know is the United States military is the enforcement arm of the Federal Reserve, and they will point that weapon in its entirety, inward or outward. And that's a fact. All right, people, look, I'm really going to get going. Here's a 25-minute video. This guy here, I love all of you so much. Thank you for listening to me. Thanks for your support, for your friendship. I need it. I really, really do. And you know, like, I know I come out here and I kind of just go nuts sometimes, but I think without this, I really would end up in a rubber room. So I really think I would. All right, I will see all of you in the morning, people. Thank you again. Please share this stuff. Get it out there. Thank you for those thumbs up. Look at this, everyone. We broke over 800. 823, 26 minutes into this video, and I hope we can do a lot more than that. I really, really do. And I'm counting on all of you. Right, 69 Strat. I love all of you people. I recognize so many of you. It's I was at the track the other day, and I met a couple of people that follow my work. I was in a restaurant here the other day. What the heck was the name of it over here? The Grove over here at in Lakewood Ranch, and I ran into one of you out here as well. It's so nice to meet you people. I feel like I know you. I really do. All right, and I do. All right. See you tomorrow. I got to shut up. Bye.